She didn't shout it. That was the part that hurt the most. We were sitting at the dining table, half-eaten dinner between us, the TV murmuring in the background. Ordinary, safe. The kind of quiet married people fall into without noticing. I was telling her about a small win at work. Nothing big, just something I'd been proud of. She didn't look up from her phone. After a few seconds, she sighed, set it down slowly, and said, almost bored, "I regret every day I spent married to you." No anger, no tears, just a fact. I laughed at first. A short, confused sound, like I'd misheard her. "What?" She finally met my eyes. There was no hesitation there, no guilt, just exhaustion and something close to contempt. "I said I regret it," she repeated. "All of it. This life. You. I feel like I wasted my best years." The room went quiet in a way that felt heavy, like the air itself had stopped moving. I waited for the follow-up, the explanation, the but. It never came. I looked at the woman I'd built a life around for 11 years. The woman I'd moved cities for, turned down jobs for, supported through career changes and family drama and sleepless nights. I thought of the ring on her finger, the one I'd saved for, the one she'd cried over when I proposed. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't argue. I just reached for my own hand. Slowly, deliberately, I slid my wedding ring off and set it on the table between us. The soft clink sounded louder than her words had. She blinked, confused. "What are you doing?" I looked at her calmly and said, "If you regret every day with me, then today is the last one you have to regret." Her mouth opened, then closed again. For the first time that night, something like uncertainty crossed her face. "You're being dramatic," she said. "I'm just being honest." "No," I replied. "You're being done." She scoffed. "You can't just end a marriage because of one sentence." I stood up. "You didn't end it with one sentence. You ended it with years of feeling this way and choosing to stay silent until you stopped caring who you hurt." She followed me into the bedroom, suddenly panicked. "Wait, you're overreacting. We can talk about this." I started opening drawers, not in a rush, not angrily, just calmly pulling out essentials. "You already talked," I said. I listened. That night, I slept on the couch. She cried behind the bedroom door. I didn't go to her. The next morning, I left early for work. When I came home, she acted like nothing had happened. She asked what I wanted for dinner. She told me about her day. I watched her carefully and realized something terrifying. She genuinely thought I'd absorb it, swallow it, adjust. That's when I knew leaving was the only option. Over the next week, I got my paperwork in order, spoke to a lawyer, opened a separate account. I didn't announce any of it. I didn't threaten. I didn't argue. On Friday evening, I packed a suitcase and placed it by the door. She stared at it. "What's that?" "I'm moving out," I said. Her voice rose. "You're seriously still stuck on that comment?" I nodded. "Yes." She crossed her arms. "You're really going to throw everything away over words?" I picked up the ring from the table where it had stayed untouched all week and held it out to her. "No," I said quietly. "I'm throwing it away because I finally believe them." She reached for the ring too late. It slipped from her fingers and hit the floor. For a second, we both stared at it. Then I walked out. The weeks that followed were strange, peaceful, lonely, clean. No tension, no walking on eggshells, just silence that belonged to me. She called, texted, apologized, claimed she hadn't meant it, said she'd been stressed, said she was scared of getting older, said she loved me. But not once did she say she didn't regret those years. That told me everything. Months later, during mediation, she finally broke down. "I didn't think you'd actually leave," she admitted. "I thought you'd fight." I looked at her and felt nothing. "I fought for years," I said. "You just didn't notice because I was quiet about it." The divorce finalized quickly after that. I kept the ring. Not because I missed her, but because it reminded me of the moment I chose myself. Sometimes betrayal isn't cheating. Sometimes it's the moment someone tells you your entire shared life was a mistake and expects you to keep living it anyway. That night, I didn't shout. I didn't beg. I just took the ring off and walked away.